Okay, we are back and everything actually works now, including not enough items. Ray's minimap is now not overlapping other things and is functional. So,
And
yeah.
how loud's your music this time?
My music is down to like 10%, so it's not at
Okay,
all.
so it's not like in your solo.
Yeah, and I disabled the music for my latest round of videos. That will not be a problem again.
That's good, because I understand you enjoy the music, but most of the time it's
Yeah,
drowning you out, so that's not really helpful a lot.
yeah. I listened to the most recent one where I thought I'd had it all, set to a decent level, and no, it was still overpowering, so it's gone.
While I think of it, for some reason the bleeding of that sheep made me think to silence my phone.
Ah, that's probably a good idea.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I have a broadsword. I forgot that.
So I think... Actually, I want to go back into town and check what resources we have all together.
There's a fair bit of metal in the furnaces right now.
Because, if we're going to make our way into one of these dungeons at some point, what we're going to need like a lot of iron at a minimum.
Yeah.
To start equipping heavy weapons and armor.
Yeah, if we're lucky, we'll be able to find some on the first floor, but I think we should probably have full sets of iron armor before we even tackle the first floor.
Like, my thought is to make extended armor and weapons.
It's not a bad idea.
Since it's the most powerful stuff we can make, without getting into the forge and everything.
Yeah.
Alright, so 4 iron ingots.
Out here we've got 51 gold, 1 tin, and 11 more iron.
Well, it's a start.
Yeah.
I have some iron gravel ore and some copper gravel ore on me also, as I check my own inventory.
I have regular gravel and fish.
I thought you were better at this, Rob.
Sometimes.
Okay, so let's start emptying this since all this stuff seems to have finished cooking.
Okay. I forgot you could put chests that close together now.
Well, I don't know. Haven't you always been able to, stack them on top of each other?
Actually, no. I found if I put anything on top of a chest, it won't open usually, but other chests seem to be exempt from that.
Yeah.
I'll put it this way. When I started Minecraft, you could not do this.
Well, probably when I started too, because I think we started on PC Minecraft around the same time.
I think I started a little sooner, but I can't say for sure. Or a little earlier, I should say. But I don't know.
Okay, so I think we have 18 iron ingots all together.
Yeah, so we're going to need a lot more.
We do have some aluminum ingots, though. I don't know if those are as useful here as they are in Pixelmon. In Pixelmon, the aluminum is equivalent to iron for tools and weapons.
I think it is...
Although, that raises another good point, too. I'm not sure if the extended workbench will actually recognize the Tinker's stuff.
Yeah, I don't think it will. So we'll anything involving iron or tin or aluminum or whatever, we'll have to probably stick with standard equipment. I think...
If we can find some diamonds...
Yeah.
At least enough to make an extended sword each.
Yeah. I think the copper might be about equivalent to iron in terms of strength in this.
I'm going to try making something.
I'm going to go... do you think we need to do a little bit more exploring and finding of stuff before we try and tackle that dungeon?
Oh, I don't think we're ready to tackle a dungeon very far at all.
Yeah, so I'm going to go...
My inclination is, get some more mineral resources and, go from there.
Yeah, also if we can find good enough Tinker's Construct bits in some of the chests in towns, we'll be in a good place too.
Mm-hmm.
But, so, I'm going to go back to where I was last time I had a working waypoint and see if I can find another town, some more stuff.
And I'm going to scan my map and see if there's any, convenient ravines or something.
Yeah.
That might be something near one of my southernmost waypoints. I think I'll start from there.
Yeah, I did see some ravines, but of course, when the game ran completely out of memory last time, I lost all of my waypoints.
You did allocate more this time, right?
Oh yes, about 8 times as much, which is... I think I allocated more than Minecraft can actually use, but Istvan tells me that's actually good because it will permanently keep that amount of memory free for in case Minecraft has any kind of heavy-duty calculating to do at a given moment.
Well, that's good.
So about a quarter of my RAM is currently devoted to Minecraft if I did it correctly.
That's good. Yeah, even though we've ended up calling this dungeon crawling, I'm not sure how long it's going to take us to actually get to the dungeon crawling part, because I've been down in those, both in peaceful mode and in normal mode with equipment, and
it's nasty.
Especially when you get down to the bottom layer. Have you been down to the netherrack layer yet?
Yes, this week's videos you will see me down in the netherrack layer.
How many times did you die?
None, actually.
Oh, did you run away first?
Oh, I ran away a lot. But I did actually manage to clear out. You've probably encountered one of the nasty rooms with the soul sand floors and the wither skeletons. And yeah, I cleared one of those.
I'm familiar with that.
So I was pretty happy about that, actually. So I hear skeletons. I see skeletons fighting spiders. I found a dungeon.
Like a traditional dungeon?
Yes, a traditional dungeon.
Wacky.
Full of skeletons and spiders, so...
Now that fall won't kill me.
I'm going to try and take it. It's mostly a spider dungeon with a few skeletons visiting, which is actually my preference, so...
Well, except a skeleton dungeon is infinitely useful.
It is, but... Since it seems to generate spiders, I'm just going to kill the generator if I can.
Yes, I mean, that's sensible.
If
I was just going to say a skeleton dungeon would be more preferable to find.
Yeah.
In general practice.
Yeah.
What the hell is that? It's some kind of block that's glowing multiple colors. Essence berry bush.
Oh yes, that's worth picking up. I'm not sure what it's for.
Then how do you know it's worth picking up, if you don't mind my asking?
Because it's weird. I mean, basically anything weird and unusual should be worth picking up, in my opinion. But this is the roguelike dungeon spirit. Just go with it.
Okay.
And I found 8 iron ingots besides, so...
Copper
excuse me,
orberry
12.
bush.
Ah, nice.
Hopefully that can be replanted after it's picked up, because I just picked it up.
Yes, yes it can.
You'll have to show me later how to harvest from one of those, instead of, you know, picking it up.
Just right-click on it.
And pinch off that lava flow.
Okay, so... Oh, I should be picking up the mossy cobble, because I can... from that dungeon, because we can harvest that for the,
Oh, it's going to be nighttime.
moss.
This isn't going to be safe.
No. As soon as I've got my cobble, I'll be back to town. But we can get the moss out of that, I believe, for the tool regeneration.
Mm-hmm.
So, I'm not leaving without that.
Well, I'm grabbing the ores I'm finding on the surface in this shallow ravine.
Okay.
It's really not as deep as I hoped it would be, but, you know. It's a start. I got a little bit of iron and some stuff out of it.
And some bushes to plant, so...
I also... Now, from what I was reading, those require darkness to actually sprout.
What, the berry bushes?
Yeah, the orberry bushes.
Yeah, I think you're right, because I usually find them underground or in forests.
Yes, and this would have been underground if only it wasn't a ravine, so that kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
I'm also going to pick up this coal that I see just sitting here, too, since, you know, always need fuel.
Oh, yes.
And there's a hell of a lot of it here.
Hmm.
And I really wish I had entities radar so I could see if anything was spawning and sneaking up behind me.
I do, but that doesn't help you, of course. And
No, not unless you were here.
No.
Also, if I dig this much farther, I may be letting the ocean into this ravine. And I'm almost tempted to do that just for fun.
Why not?
Well, I already pinched off the lava flow, so it's not like that would help that much.
Oh yeah, I should bring the chests back too. We could use those at this point.
Actually, yeah.
Not all the crap in them is useful, music discs and the like, so if I can't carry them, they'll stay.
Yes.
But,
or just purposely don't carry them in the first place.
Yeah, which...
Okay, that's all
there we go.
That. Actually, I'm mostly safe in the spot I am unless something spawns like 2 or 3 blocks away from me because there's water flows and high ledges.
Okay.
So I'm not as bad off as it sounds.
Okay, do you want to keep going then instead of heading back to town?
I just want to double check and make sure I've got everything I can get out of here.
Okay, I'm going to go back to town because there is a skeleton in gold armor between me and the exit, so...
Yeah, see, that seems like a good idea.
And...
And yeah,
There.
see, there's more coal back here.
Oh, good. The new home waypoint, I said it's not like in the middle of town, but right up by the bed, so that is helpful.
Oh, nice. I think mine's still on the outside of town.
Ah.
I should probably correct that at some point.
Oh, I believe I got a piece of iron ore to cook. I'll get that too.
Well, I got a hell of a lot of coal coming back, so...
Okay, good.
I think we'll be set as far as cooking for the
Good.
time being. Even if something does sneak up on me and get me, we should have inventory saver enabled, so I won't actually lose anything.
Excellent. We'll
So-
see if that works, but it should, so...
Apparently where I am is actually lower than the seafloor, because according to MapWriter, I should be underneath the water.
Interesting.
Right here.
Okay, yeah,
That was
we now have
Oh, I know what that was.
we now have a double chest, so
Hello, skeleton.
let's see. And some raw spider legs because, well, they were there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Come get me, skeleton.
now... I guess, speaking of... how do you get the moss out of this? I don't recall. Hope it didn't involve a macerator. But speaking of bushes and such, did I tell you about did I tell you that I found an English patch for Dynasty Warriors Online and some of the problems it has?
No, I don't think you'd mentioned it.
Well, it's for the English version of the game, which actually shut down earlier this year.
Mm-hmm.
And they just did a major upgrade on it in Japan about the same time, so the item IDs have changed. So not everything, all the menus are right and all the quest things are right, which is extremely useful. But when I go to water my garden or anybody else's, it tells me that the plant I'm watering is an end table or wardrobe or, furniture.
That's an interesting problem to have.
Or sometimes a panda.
And right now I seem to not be able to set any waypoints.
Insert?
Well, I was pressing that and nothing was happening. I'm going to check my control configuration and make sure that didn't get unmapped for some reason.
Yeah.
Let's see. I'll just reset it as that, and maybe that'll make it behave.
Here's hoping.
No, that doesn't really seem to be working. I can still do it by right-clicking. I'm not sure if it'll set the height coordinate correctly, but I guess I'll find out later.
Yeah.
Yeah, that might be some kind of a problem.
Yeah. I was able to do it, so I don't know what the deal is.
Yeah, that's a little weird.
Anyway, I wound up with enough. It takes a full grid of 9 mossy cobblestones to make one piece of moss, but so we have about 6, which is enough to get 3 full levels of regen on 2 weapons, for example, so...
Oh, that's good.
It's a good start.
The skeleton's kind of pissing me off. It has a compound bow, so it's shooting too fast for me to actually approach and stab.
Hmm.
But I kind of want to kill it because it's making me angry.
I understand. I'm going to set out into town here and fight some zombies.
And, the knockback is enough that I can't actually make progress toward it, even if I, accept the arrows sticking in me.
Hmm.
Problems.